We're exploring the dark ways women surreptitiously screen Sigma guys for people who are inexperienced with the wide range of human characters in today's film. The intriguing and distinct Sigma guys are the free thinkers, lone wolves, and those who dance to their own rhythm. However, what distinguishes Sigma males from the other male types and from the more often studied alpha and beta males? Male Sigmas are a different breed entirely. They function outside of the social hierarchy, neither leaders nor followers like alphas or betas. Instead, they are independent, self-sufficient, and frequently introverted, preferring solitude to social interaction. What draws people to Sigma males is their mysterious nature. They have a quiet confidence that commands attention without drawing attention to themselves. They are the masters of their own world, happy in their own company, and largely unaffected by societal expectations. Their sense of inner peace and self-reliance is magnetic, drawing people to them despite their preference for solitude. The definition of nonconformity: Sigma males live life on their own terms and are not influenced by social norms or expectations. Their path is determined by their own internal compass rather than by the crowd, which frequently leads them to lead unconventional lives that heighten their allure and mystery. They stand out from alpha and beta guys because of their distinct and independent personalities. Unlike alphas, they don't pursue control or dominance, and unlike betas, they don't seek validation or acceptance. Instead, they are happy with who they are and feel comfortable in their own skin in partnerships. Stay with us as we uncover the 13 ways women covertly check Sigma. Sigma males are frequently misunderstood. They are not the typical romantic partners who show you attention and affection. Instead, their depth understanding and quiet strength can provide a different kind of intimacy that is both intriguing and satisfying. Males with unconventional charm. Male Sigmas have a distinct unusual appeal that makes them stand out. They have a distinct style of interacting with the environment that may be quite seductive. They're like the lone wolves of the social hierarchy, self-reliant and autonomous. They're not antisocial. Their independence is strikingly different from other male stereotypes. Let's explore some of the initial ways women perceive these fascinating individuals. This can be very appealing to women who value autonomy and self-reliance. Then, they notice the Sigma's self-reliance. It's not just about being able to handle life's challenges alone, but also about having the confidence to trust in their abilities. They thrive without a pack. Instead of waiting for someone else to fix his issues, a Sigma man pulls up his sleeves and goes to work. Last but not least, women notice the Sigma's ability to work alone in a society that frequently values teamwork and collaboration. This is remarkable and alluring. It's not about rejecting cooperation, but rather about the Sigma's capacity to be independent enough to generate ideas and carry them out on their own. This is not an ordinary trait, and it undoubtedly contributes to the Sigma's allure. However, it's crucial to remember that these qualities do not make Sigma males superior or inferior to others. Rather, they are just different and choose to walk their path frequently away from others. The bright spot: the next time you come across a Sigma male, take a moment to observe these traits. You might find their self-reliance, independence, and ability to work alone quite intriguing. It's fascinating how Sigma males can turn their solitude into an alluring charm. Sigma males embody a quiet strength and calm confidence that's not showy but rather quietly impactful. It's this unconventional charm that can be incredibly attractive to women who appreciate depth and complexity. Even though the silent observers are silent, their stillness in this noisy and chattering world says volumes. Finding someone who can harness the power of quiet and use it as a benefit rather than a detriment is even more uncommon. Quiet is a rare commodity. This is a skill that Sigma males, these sturdy wolves, have mastered. They don't talk much, but when they do, their words are priceless. Being a silent observer enables a Sigma male to take in the world without becoming entangled in the happenings around them. They learn that their quiet confidence comes from knowledge gained through observation rather than from words spoken. They are the ones who notice subtle changes in your demeanor and who pick up on the hidden meanings in your words. They understand you without having to say much, and their observant nature makes them attractive to women. The quiet comprehension that matters is more important than the showy actions or the elegant language. It's the agreement nod given silently. The perceptive look, the little grin that indicates, "I see. I am here to support you and I understand you." This does not imply that Sigma men are weak. On the contrary, their quiet is a sign of strength and self-assurance. That allows them to stand their ground without having to prove anything to anyone. Women find this quiet confidence to be very alluring. They value a guy who can sit in silence with them, not because he has nothing to say, but rather because he knows the value of peaceful companionship, and who can listen without interjecting. This is the special kind of man that they can find. The allure of a Sigma male. They are the silent watchers, the understanding confidants, and the ones who don't have to yell to be heard or show off to be noticed. Women and companions are paying notice. It appears that a Sigma guy may use quiet as a potent weapon. The master of adaptation are silent observers, yet in this noisy and chattering society, their quiet speaks volumes. Silence is a precious commodity. Finding someone who can harness the power of silence and use it as a benefit rather than a detriment is even more uncommon. A Sigma male, a solid wolf who has mastered this art, doesn't talk much, but when he does, the words he speaks are priceless. Being a silent observer enables a Sigma male to take in the world around him without becoming entangled in the drama they witness. They realize that their quiet confidence comes from knowledge gained through observation rather than from words spoken. They are the ones who pick up on the subtle changes in your demeanor and the hidden meanings in your words, who understand you without you having to say much. Women are drawn to a Sigma male's perceptive character. The subtle understanding, the silent nod of agreement, draws them in rather than the huge gestures or the polished language. The knowing smile that says, "I see you, I understand you, and I'm here for you." Sigma men are not weak. Rather, their quiet is a sign of their strength and self-assurance. Their ability to stand their ground without having to prove anything to anyone. This quiet confidence is what makes Sigma men so alluring to women. They value men who can sit in silence with them, not because they have nothing to say, but rather because they know the value of quiet companionship. Sigma men are the silent observers, the quiet confidants, and the understanding ones. Women and companions are paying notice. It appears that a Sigma guy may use quiet as a potent weapon. The adage, "the masters of adaptation are men," refers to the fact that they always have a plan. This claim is more than simply a catchy expression. It's evidence of the innate characteristics of Sigma males. However, when we talk about adaptability in relation to Sigma males, the capacity to effortlessly adapt to various conditions, regardless of how difficult or unfamiliar, is known as adaptability. Let's take a closer look at this. Instead of having a detailed plan outlining every move they'll make, Sigma males are not just adaptable, they are masters of it. They have a special kind of foresight that enables them to plan ahead. This is because they have a mental outline of potential scenarios and are ready to navigate them, whether it's a sudden change in their work environment, a shift in their personal relationships, or an unexpected turn of events. Sigma men always seem to be one step ahead. You might wonder how women notice this. Well, it's usually in the small signs. For example, how a Sigma man modifies his approach during a contentious argument, how composed he appears in emergency situations, or how adaptable he is in meeting the needs and preferences of others. These are a few ways that women might see the versatility of Sigma men, but their flexibility goes beyond simple situational awareness. When necessary, Sigma guys can also change into other personalities. They can be the life of the party or fit in with the background. They can take the lead or provide assistance from behind. This chameleon-like skill isn't about being cunning or manipulative. Rather, it's about sensing the dynamics of various settings and responding appropriately. What's really amazing is that, despite their capacity for change, their identity isn't compromised. The fact that Sigma males manage to adapt without losing sight of their core beliefs and principles is one of the many reasons why they are viewed as mysterious and captivating. Moreover, their ability to strike a balance between adapting and remaining true to themselves is a quality that sets them apart and is a testament to their resilience, wisdom, and distinct way of living. Men in Sigma are reserved and quiet. The introverted leader is a special kind of man who prefers alone yet has the natural aptitude to assume leadership roles when needed. They are the silent captains and quiet generals who led from the shadows. It's an interesting paradox, isn't it? Instead of being your typical alpha males who love the limelight and making an effort to show off their dominance, Sigma males lead by quietly influencing without imposing themselves, guiding without dictating. And they have an amazing knack for controlling events without drawing attention to themselves. To put it another way, picture a ship in the middle of a storm, and the Sigma male is not the captain giving orders, but rather the calm navigator quietly charting the course. The ship into calmer waters, he doesn't have to yell to be heard. His few but powerful words have authority, and his little but meaningful acts convey weight, encourage confidence, and trust. Women find it intriguing that Sigma men have such a subtle leadership style. They see how these guys take authority without being intrusive, how they lead without stifling others, and how they command respect without making demands. It's a welcome departure from the traditional alpha male leadership approach, which is frequently connected to violence and domination. Like the peaceful rivers that sculpt their course through mountains, Sigma men don't rush or roar. But their unwavering perseverance makes a lasting impression. They don't desire authority, yet their impact is evident even if they don't force their will. The thing that makes Sigma men stand out is their capacity for leadership without coercion. They know that genuine leadership is about providing guidance, mentoring, and modeling rather than forcing one's will. They understand that a leader's power is not in his ability to command, but rather in his ability to inspire and influence. The next time you see a Sigma male, watch how he quietly assumes responsibility and subtly influences others without imposing his will. You'll be astounded by the strength of his quiet leadership, because a Sigma male is not about power but influence. Instead of yelling from the rooftops, they lead by whispering into the wind, establishing a lasting impression silently. The stimulator of intelligence. In the world of Sigma males, one of their most fascinating qualities is their intellectual prowess. They are not ones to brazenly proclaim their knowledge, but their wisdom is evident in the depth of their conversations. They are the masters of subtly stimulating minds, fostering discussions that are both fascinating and enlightening. Alpha males are intellectual stimulators who engage minds rather than seeking attention. In a society where superficialities are frequently the emphasis, Sigma men are like a breath of fresh air. Because they dive deeply into topics and provide opinions and ideas that make others sit up and take notice. Rather of bragging or flaunting their brilliance, they utilize their expertise to engage people in discussion, spark thought, and promote concept development. Women frequently look up to this quality in Sigma men because they respect the amount of knowledge these guys possess, the way they express their ideas, and the way their minds function. It takes more than simply a high IQ to be successful. One must also possess an intrinsic curiosity. In their calm, unassuming style, Sigma guys can elevate even the most banal conversations to meaningful ones. They engage in more than simply conversation. They also engage in exchange of ideas and knowledge. This is not to say that Sigma men are always serious or strictly intellectual. Rather, they have a talent for incorporating humor into their conversations to make people laugh, while also giving the impression that they know when to lighten the mood, when to delve deeper, and when to just have fun. They don't just engage in discussions. Instead, they weave a tapestry of thoughts and ideas, inviting everyone to partake in the process of intellectual exploration. To put it simply, the intellectual stimulation that Sigma men offer is not a tactic or a game. Rather, it is an essential aspect of who they are. It is their sincerity, their sincere love of knowledge, and their willingness to share it with others that endears them to others around them. And Omega, the most appealing quality in a man is, in fact, his intellect. The Sigma guys are erratic. The unpredictable enigma. Enigmas are always unpredictable, which makes them memorable. They constantly keep you on the edge of your seat. Being flexible and adaptive is what keeps things interesting and eradicates the Sigma, not being unpredictable or inconsistent. Because male is an individualist and doesn't follow social norms or expectations, they are naturally unpredictable. This is due to their tendency to forge their own path. Another thing that attracts notice is how mysterious they seem. A Sigma man keeps his feelings and ideas to himself, only disclosing what he wants to when he wants to. This mysterious atmosphere is captivating. It piques your curiosity. It's like an unsolved mystery that keeps you interested and wanting to learn more. However, it's not simply their mystique and unpredictable nature that sustains the intrigue. It's also their capacity to maintain attention. Sigma men are naturally good at keeping things fresh. Their passion for learning and trying new things makes them a wealth of information and experiences. Talking with them is always interesting since they have a wealth of knowledge on anything from the newest technology developments to the complexities of human behavior. Their unexpectedness allows them to surprise you with their ideas and insights, turning every contact into a teaching moment. They stand out because of their enigmatic charm, which is a combination of their mystery and their capacity to maintain attention. Remarkable women recognize these characteristics, value them, and are drawn to the task of comprehending and keeping up with a Sigma guy. It's crucial to keep in mind, though, that every Sigma man is different. While they may all possess these characteristics, each person's manifestation of them will differ drastically from the next. What keeps things interesting is this ongoing evolution. We started our discovery by exploring the enigmatic nature of Sigma males. These men are shrouded in mystery not because they intentionally hide who they are but rather because they are naturally self-contained and introspective. The unpredictable nature of Sigma males indeed keeps the intrigue alive. So what makes Sigma males so summary and conclusion intriguingly attractive as we've journeyed together through the mysterious world of Sigma males? We've unveiled some fascinating characteristics that set them apart from the crowd. These individualistic men who chart their own course through life are not only captivating but also offer a unique perspective on relationships and personal growth. We then looked at the unconventional charm of Sigma males, who, unlike their alpha counterparts, do not rely on overt displays of dominance or charisma to attract others. Instead, their appeal lies in their quiet confidence, independence, and the depth of their thoughts. This charm is subtle yet powerful and frequently leads to deep and meaningful connections. The Sigma male also plays the role of the silent observer. They are keenly perceptive and frequently notice things that others miss. Women are particularly drawn to them because of their sense of mystery. Because of their deep understanding of people and circumstances, they make ideal partners who can provide insightful opinions as we continue on our journey together. As we looked at their incredible flexibility. Since they are flexible and unaffected by social norms or expectations, Sigma males can thrive in a variety of settings. They are also resilient and able to overcome any challenge that comes their way. As time went on, we learned that Sigma males are introverted leaders who may not seek attention, but whose strong values and clear vision often inspire others to naturally follow them. Instead of trying to dominate people, their leadership style focuses on motivating others with their choices and actions. In the last phase of our investigation, we concentrated on the ways that Sigma men are intellectual stimulators. Their analytical and profound minds are insatiable seekers of information, and they spark stimulating conversations that make contact with them both informative and energizing. Finally, we looked at the unexpected character of Sigma guys. Because they live life on their own terms, they are difficult to categorize or anticipate, and this unpredictability adds interest to their personalities, which makes them even more fascinating to comprehend. Since of their distinctive qualities and attributes, Sigma guys may really be helpful in relationships since they frequently provide a novel outlook on friendship and love. A relationship with a Sigma male is about deep connections, intellectual stimulation, and mutual respect rather than power dynamics or constant socializing. However, it's important to keep in mind that every Sigma male is unique, and these traits may vary from person to person. The key is to respect and value their need for space and independence. Even while it might take some time to completely comprehend a Sigma male, rest assured that the journey of discovery is ultimately well worth it. Because of their distinct allure, Sigma men provide a novel and thought-provoking viewpoint on relationships. They prove that attractiveness and power don't necessarily have to be flamboyant and loud. Thanks for joining us as we explore Sigma males and their unique allure. Sometimes it's the quiet confidence, the depth of thought, and the respect for individuality that truly captures the heart. Understanding Sigma males is like deciphering an enigma, but once you do, it's an experience unlike any other.